You're with the hard facts from the CNN News 18 Federal Bank Primetime Studio. Viewers, skeletons are tumbling out of the closet. Let me be precise, the police closet in this case. It now turns out that the actions of the Pune police in the Porsche horror case have been less than credible, leading many to apprehend that justice may not be delivered to the two hapless victims who were mowed down by the murderous dereliction of the 17-year-old inebriated dissolute who thought driving daddy's big fancy and super expensive sports car was going to make a more desirable man out of him. Yes, viewers, the young Agarwal, and I'm not going to call him a minor here, viewers. In America, at 16, you get your license to drive. And you have to be more responsible. It's forced upon you because a car at the end of the day, viewers, a speeding car, is no less than a missile, a weapon that can kill. And in this case, it did. Two individuals. Because this dissolute could not draw a line between what is expected of him as an individual in our society and the temptations that he thought would make him more popular. Viewers, here's a list of the affronts by the police officers who allegedly might even have been seduced by the guiles of the spoilt and entitled protagonists' parents. Viewers, there are distinctly three villains here. At the apex, viewers, is this young man, not minor, man, and he should be treated by the law as an adult in this matter. He was only a few months short of his 18th birthday. That would have entitled him to even vote in this country. So at the apex, right on top, viewers, is this dissolute young man. On another side of this apex are his parents, and the third leg of the triangle, so to speak, of this pyramid. And in fact, it's an inverted pyramid of vanities, viewers, is the police. I would in fact believe that the police is actually the base, the strongest reinforcement of this pyramid. But viewers, unfortunately, the police has acted in a manner that would appear that it is incidental to this entire issue. But more about that later. First, some facts. There have been definitive lapses, and the man in the middle of your screens that you just saw is the Pune Police Commissioner, who has been under relentless pressure, has crawled out of the little carapace under which he was hiding for this last 1 week and admitted for the first time in public that certain things could have been handled better. Of course, viewers, he hasn't made a clean breast of things by going the whole hog and saying that yes, it appears that some of our officers might in fact have colluded. But we'll come to that later, viewers. The first lapse, the blood test was done after 9 hours. Can you believe it, viewers? In between, after this dissolute young man ran over those two hapless individuals who had very bright futures, were already contributing to our economy. Viewers, this dissolute scion of a completely valueless family, viewers, was treated like a house guest in the police station. Allowed to sleep by some accounts, may have even been fed burgers and pizzas by another account, which is being investigated by the viewers, so that he could dissolve, presumably, the intoxicant that was flowing through his veins. And we don't know what a heady cocktail it would have been, viewers, because some people are saying drugs were involved too, but I'm not going there because We don't have the facts because guess what, viewers? The blood report for 1 week is not available. Some great, brilliant scientist is conducting an extensive, perhaps viewers, spectrography to determine over 6 days the chemical composition of this dissolute's blood at the time when he was running over these individuals. But perhaps we will never know. Because viewers, as I told you, the blood test was done after 9 hours. Most people will tell you that's enough time for the effects of alcohol, which is extremely vaporous substance, to perhaps even be breathed out, so to speak. There was another lapse. The wireless control room was not informed. Can you believe it, viewers? 2 people are lying dead. The driver has been pulled out by an enraged mob that had set upon him to give him the thrashing of his life. I don't approve of vigilantism, viewers, but sometimes you get so angry, you see. Not that I'm endorsing it in any form, but one can see what could have happened there. Despite all of that, the wired control room is not informed. So this matter was probably going to be buried. The third lapse. The charges are upgraded only in the second FIR. In the first, viewers, this individual was treated like an ordinary schoolboy would have been who failed to submit his homework. Write an essay, said the juvenile board. Write an essay about how you should behave with people and what you should do to reform yourself, and do a little bit of time with the police in helping society at large, and you can go home, beta, with a little lollipop in your mouth. Go home to your parents who will indulge you further. Go back to that craven environment from which you crawl back. Viewers, this guy, this young man got bailed out also because of the weak first FIR that was filed by the police. There was another lapse. The father was arrested only after an outrage, after the media, after your channel, viewers, went to town on the iniquity in this story, woven in to an order passed by the great judiciary of this country, viewers. The father is then arrested, viewers, and he'll probably be out. Because under the law, if the father says that, look, I didn't know that my son had stolen the keys or taken them, etc., etc., he can get away. And he probably will. He probably will. The fifth lapse, viewers. The driver behind the wheel statement, that old chestnut, viewers, that all rich kids employ when they are caught. No, we weren't driving. Our driver was driving. He is the mad, wicked person. He is the person who lost control. A poor person's life, viewers, then becomes fodder for a few pennies that are thrown. Remember, there has been another very famous hit and run case concerning an actor which withered, viewers, into ether, disappeared like a perfume, no trace of it. The guy got away. I don't want to go there, viewers, because those matters will land us all in trouble. As you know, the powerful have huge resources to make those people who want to speak the truth shut up. But we won't, viewers. We won't shut up. We will keep asking the question in this particular case. And I want to open this up, viewers. I want to open this up because questions have to be asked of the system. And the system is represented tonight by the spokesperson of the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, whose Neta, another MLA, landed up at this police station to advocate for this dissolute young adult, viewers. And I want to begin with Bridge M. Srivastavaji. Good evening, Srivastavaji. Why did your MLA, Mr. Tingle, go to this place? Why did he go to the police station? What does he owe the family of this dissolute young brat?
First first I want to pay my condolence to the victim family, and on behalf of my party, I want to clear this thing. Our MLA was there because he represents that area. He's a representative of that area. People are not appreciating this thing that he reached there in midnight, because it's a responsibility of the public representative also. If somebody get information that something has happened, and at that time he was not knowing this fact, that who is the who is victim.
Mr. Srivastava, who called him?
Accident.
Who called him? Since he came to realize his responsibility, who gave him a call?
Very correct, very correct. What he has spoken on the
Srivastava ji, who called him?
I am telling you, his PA rang him that some accident has happened in our area.
No. And that's not the fact. We are being told that he was called by one of the relatives of this dissolute young adult who was intoxicated and thought because he was rich daddy's son, he could run over people because he would not be caught. Please don't mislead us.
इसमें दो बातें हैं. एक ये कि जिन लोगों ने कहा है, या तो हम उनकी बात पे विश्वास करें या हम उस आदमी की बात पे विश्वास करें जिसपे आरोप लगाया जा रहा है कि वो पुलिस स्टेशन क्यों पहुंचा. उन्होंने बहुत खुल के इस बात को कहा है कि मैं वहां इसलिए पहुंचा था कि मेरे पीए ने मुझे बताया कि हमारे एरिया में कोई एक बड़ा एक्सीडेंट हुआ है. तो इस बात को हमें अप्रिशिएट करना चाहिए कि बीइंग ए पब्लिक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, व्हेन ही गॉट दिस इंफॉर्मेशन, इमीडिएटली he reached to the police station. No doubt there was an accident that did by his known person, because he represents this area. How you can say that he doesn't know the concerning persons? But it doesn't mean he influenced the police to make the FIR as per the requirement of that family. So it's very clear. Going off a representative, you can say that he was there just to influence the police. Why you are not taking in this way? That he was there because he want to help the affected pupils, and he was having no information who is the victim and who did this thing. This is the fact.
Okay.
Rahul.
One second.
Rahul,
So first of all, viewers, we're seeing an attempt that is being made by the NCP to valorize this neta. If I were to ask the gentleman, Mr. Srivastava, वो कितने accidents जो होते हैं उस इलाके में अपनी constituency में, वो कितने accidents को जाके physically attend करते हैं सर? Zero.
देखिए मैं
मगर यहाँ पर उनको बहुत रुचि हो रही थी.
ना मैं आपको बताऊं, मैं खुद एक पब्लिक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव रहा हूं
जी,
और हमेशा जब भी मेरे एरिया में कभी कोई ऐसा इंसिडेंट हुआ, अगर उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन मिली, हमारी कोशिश होती है कि हम जाकर देखें, और अगर उस समय किसी की मदद की जरूरत है तो उसकी हम मदद करें. उस समय ये नहीं देखा जाता कि एक्सीडेंट किसने किया है और किस आदमी की उसमें डेथ हुई है. मुद्दा ये होता है कि उस समय जो भी विक्टिम्स होते हैं उनको मदद की जरूरत होती है. बीइंग ए पब्लिक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, इट्स ए रिस्पांसिबिलिटी.
Okay, let me open this up. One second, Tehseen Poonawalla. I know that you know this family and you probably want to sit here and advocate for them. I know this.
No. Don't do that.
You don't know them?
That's not.
Do you not know them?
Of course I know them, and that's.
They're your family friends, right?
No, they're not family friends. I know
someone is
I know
not a
somebody.
crime,
Does not mean
actually.
they're family friends.
No, so are you going to advocate for them tonight, or
No,
are you
no,
going
no.
to say that the system needs to be interrogated?
Yeah, let me tell you the truth about everybody. Just to, first of all, please don't say I'm advocating for them. That's a terrible thing to say. I do know them. I know these people, and please let's get the truth out. The NCP spokesperson is lying on your show. Every single corporator and MLA, particularly Ajit Pawar's corporators and MLAs, are hand in glove and in bed with builders. This family is a builder family. Let's be clear, okay? And Ajit Pawar can think what he wants. I don't give a damn. Okay, so all these builders, the reason that MLA went there is because it's a builder family. Let's be very clear. Second thing, the Pune police is hand in gloves with all of these people. All builders work with Pune police. All pub owners work with Pune police. Rahul, I've been in the pub business. One fine day, I got up and I left this business in 2010 because I couldn't take the corruption. These police people, there is this corruption because police encourage this corruption. Police extort money from you. You're supposed to be corrupt, as a result of which underage people will get drinks because you have to pay the system the money. So pubs will also not check this business because everybody is in bed. So the reason one, this MLA goes there is because it's a builder's son. He wouldn't go for any of our kids because it is Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar runs the construction business in Pune. Let's be clear about it. Number two, this is a powerful family. The police also change everything and give him kid glove treatment because not only are police hand in glove with the builders, Pune police is hand in glove with the pub owners. Where this accident has happened, Kalyani Nagar, the area, that's 2 minutes from where I stay. That's a residential area. Rahul, I invite Anand and you and Ajit Pawar spokesperson to come with me to Pune. Pubs have mushroomed there. There is no rule. There's no law and order. Cars are parked on the road. People urinate on the road, break bottles. There are fights. And the Pune police is a spectator, mute spectator. I'm telling you, this is the reason I left this business. It's terrible. Okay. So all of these rich kids come there. They drive their expensive cars. This is one car. You'll see Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Rolls Royce, Bentley, 16-year-old. There's a nightclub in this area where the richer your car can be taken inside the nightclub. Now they're all drinking on top of the car. All of this is in presence of Pune police. Pune police is encouraging it. From the local, money is paid for posting in this area. I dare the Pune police on your show to put a case on me if I'm lying. Money is paid to be posted in this area and goes right to the top. All of these people, the minimum hafta simple nightclub gives would be about 1.5 to 2 lakhs a month to put these excise separate. And there are hundreds of nightclubs.
So this is all happening under the watch.
It's been happening. Residents on the street, they're protesting. Police
of all legislators, of all MPs, of all governments, most probably.
Yes.
It cuts across. Can you believe it, viewers? This is the murderous mafia. The Neta, pub owner, whatever it is, and all these other characters who think that through their various little side games, all of that, they can get around the system. Dr. Ranganathan and Mr. Hegde, let me bring you in here. Dr. Ranganathan, first of all, as I was saying, there are three villains in this piece. What do you make of the way this case has erupted into the public glare?
Good evening, Rahul. Look, this Pune case is systemic malfunction of our police and judiciary. Let's not hold back here, because holding back, that time is come and gone. Very recently, we had a police commissioner who was on the run. This is a country where terrorists are heard at midnight while 80,000 cases are pending in the Supreme Court. 6 million cases are pending in the High Court. 44 million cases are pending in the district courts. And one of the Chief Justices of India says, pendency is not a useful indicator of how well or poorly a system is doing. This is a country where a murderer's punishment is being ordered to write a 300-word essay. 300-word essay. Rahul, India has just 20 judges per million population. 38% of High Court and 21% of all judicial positions lie vacant. Number of pending cases have now crossed 50 million. That's more than the population of South Korea. 76% of all prisoners are under trials. And one of the Chief Justices of India says, we are answerable only to the Constitution. Out of a total of 50 million pending cases, 101 lakh and 82,000 cases are as old as 30 years. As many as 2,44,001 pending cases are of rape and child sex offences. And one of the Chief Justices of India says, if you empower a man, you empower an individual. If you empower a woman, you empower a nation. Rahul, where are the police and judicial reforms? By the time this debate finishes, 4 women would have been raped, 2 under trials would have been encountered, and 3 cases would have been added to the 5 crore pending cases at our current pace of dispensing justice. It would take 323 years to clear this backlog. Now let me briefly come to the other pillar. The sad fact, Rahul, is that every central or state government uses the police like a zamindar uses a serf. It is the police force that is the highest perk of our netas, not the Lal Batti or an ambassador. And they treat them so shabbily. We have only 137 policemen per lakh population. The UN recommends 220. 24% police posts lie vacant. Worse, they are equipped with outdated weapons and communications. Across states, there is 35% inadequacy of police vehicles. There is 75% shortage in weaponry in Rajasthan Bengal police forces. 51 police stations across India are still without a telephone or wireless. The 7-point SC directive through the Prakash Singh case is yet to be applied. Is there any wonder that sadly a vast majority of Indians happily prefer extrajudicial process over judicial? Our protectors have turned into perpetrators. The subjugation of our executive by our legislature is near total, Rahul. The policemen work for the politician and vice versa. These are supposed to be independent pillars holding aloft our democracy. But democracy has turned into a menagerie with caged parrots fluttering amok. Who do we believe? Who do we trust? Apocalypse has come and gone, Rahul. We are living in a post-apocalyptic India where the wheels of judiciary and executive aren't just grinding slowly. They have come to a stop.
Well, let me bring in the senior advocate of the Supreme Court, Sanjay Hegde. Mr. Hegde, worthies of JJB, should they be pulled up? Number one. Should a judicial probe be ordered into the police action or inaction, as the case may be, as it is alleged? Number three, where has the government failed? And then after you answer these three questions, I want us to get into the specifics because I want us to evaluate now the evidence. But before that, Mr. Hegde.
As far as the JJB is concerned, it is applying the law, because if somebody is to be treated as a juvenile, then it's a child in conflict with the law. If somebody with above 16 but below 18 were to commit a crime, then the person can be tried as an adult. That's an amendment which has come past the Nirbhaya case. Those proceedings are on. Now, where has the system failed? The system has been as successful or as unsuccessful as society itself. 40 years ago, there was a Kannada film, which you may or may not have seen, called Accident, with Shankar Nag, Anant Nag, and Arundhati Nag.
I remember this.
It's you just look at the film and the parallels are uncanny, including a driver suddenly surfacing after the accident. The only difference there was that the spoilt youngster was not a builder's son, but a politician's son in that. But the point I'm making is that we have seen this event happening again and again. I've appeared in the Supreme Court in a case which arose out of a BMW in Ahmedabad. That is the Vismay Shah case, 2012. And it took quite some time, but finally he was, due to public pressure also and media focus, ultimately sentenced to 5 years in jail, despite him hiring the best of lawyers to try and keep him out of jail. But the problem is simply this, that we as a society do not have a culture of defensive driving. The car is an instrument of power, an instrument to show off, and the expensive cars which go at 200 plus on the roads are not really designed for Indian roads. So the first thing that we really need to do is to figure out what cars we can let in on our roads.
No, hang on, Sanjay Hegde. Now we are being, I'm sorry to say, extremely sort of idealistic or, extremely
sort of... I'm just giving you the big picture.
Let's get to the big picture because I didn't see you. Because, look, you said that he could be tried as an adult under the law after Nirbhaya. So why didn't this JJB apply that instead of asking him to write an essay and basically go home? I want to ask you this, and then suddenly everyone does a reverse, a U-turn after the media asks these questions. So what about the accountability first, right at the top of the JJB and those conscienceless, and let me say it, let them summon me, justices?
The point is that the JJB is just another court, but it acts under the Juvenile Justice Act. Now, the Juvenile Justice Act mandates them to treat everybody below 18 as a child in conflict with the law.
No, but now they're not. Now suddenly they're not. Now suddenly they're not.
That's because the prosecution turned, right? The prosecution did not make the necessary application.
Oh, so you're saying that the justices themselves can't apply their mind. They have to be goaded. Even when they know that perhaps the prosecution is maybe compromised. I don't know.
No, the way the system operates is that the prosecution has the charge of the case. That's in any case. You have the public prosecutors and the prosecution then makes an application. No, the prosecution at that stage should have opposed the bail, saying, no, we are coming up with an application. Please hold your hands.
I refuse to think there is no greater check and balance. There is no application of mind. Yes, Dr. Ranganath.
Rahul.
I humbly disagree. With Mr. Hegde. I don't think it is the fault of the car. Otherwise, all of us should be riding on bullock carts because that's the most amenable transport for India. It is the fault of the judiciary and the executive, plain and simple. The judge did not apply his mind properly. I'm sorry to say that, even if this would be held as contempt of court. The fact of the matter is, when the law is absolutely clear, on what basis are you saying write a 300-word essay as a punishment? All of us remember that famous headline or infamous headline as "No one killed Jessica," don't we? What happened there? Are the judges so blind that they cannot apply their mind? And was the killer of Jessica not convicted later on because of public pressure? I want to ask this. It's all very well for the public to apply pressure, but why should it come to the public applying pressure? What is the judiciary doing? In fact, the judiciary should be castigated for succumbing to the public pressure. It is embarrassing.
No, the Chief Justice of our country who steps in everywhere and has a word to say about everything. He should step in here and say this was a complete mockery of the judicial process, led by, unfortunately, this gentleman with a swishing sweatan who gave this person the homework of doing 300-word essays. Can you believe it, viewers? 2 people are dead. And you are sitting there and asking for a person like, he's some errant child who's forgotten to do his maths homework. And a large number of us were told, write a 300-word essay on why from tomorrow I must submit my maths homework. I mean, this is ridiculous, viewers. And if you say anything, these chaps will come after you. If you ask them a question, they'll come after you, viewers. And they'll slap a contempt notice on your face to shut you down. Biggest autocrats. Let me tell you this. Biggest.
Rahul.
Well, one second. I know I'm getting carried away and probably sailing too close to the wind. But it's a worthy case to tempt fate on. Secondly, viewers, this whole bunch of politicians at election time, virtue signaled and landed up there, the deputy CM, this, that, the other, who are very famously giving interviews left, right and center. Have they instituted a judicial inquiry into this matter? They could have easily made a call upon the courts to say, let's institute a judicial inquiry. My government takes this matter suo moto to do this. Empty words. We're going to see, the police. We're going to see when they bring a report. As an internal probe is being ordered by the police, my dear viewers, into this case. The same police that apparently was compromising this case is going to investigate itself. Are we all duffers sitting here? Yes, Tehseen Poonawalla. One duffer to another. All duffers here, you see.
You're absolutely right, Rahul. And I do agree with what Sanjay said. Ultimately, judges can only do in a limited scope what the prosecution puts up. It's very difficult for a judge to suo moto go out of his or her way once prosecution makes a case and defense agrees to it. So in a juvenile case. But I want to make a larger point. All of this, we can target the judiciary later on. And please, by all means, do it. Judiciary needs to be answerable. But we are not addressing the fundamental question of Pune. All of these builders are hands in glove with Ajit Pawar. All of them, come what may. And they're running nightclubs. The police, and all of them.
Hang on. All of this, it's not just Mr. Pawar. There might be others also across the. You see, this business of now, Tehseen, you are playing a political game here. Rise above your politics. Election khatam ho gaya Maharashtra mein, sir. It's the people who actually need justice and honesty. Viewers, let me tell you, I'm going to take a short break here. 1 second. I'm going to take a short break. I'm not here advocating for any political party here, viewers. They're all, in my eyes, especially in this city, if this is what Mr. Poonawalla is telling us about the wheels within wheels, they're all culpable. All of them need to answer. They all have blood on their hands, viewers. Let's be honest about that. But at the end of the day, who's going to prosecute them? That's the fundamental question. I'm taking a short break. Think that over. When we come back, we're going to look at Phase 6 and the Delhi vote, viewers. Very important. It's an important barometer of public sentiment, Delhi. It hasn't got it wrong in 37 years. I'll tell you why.